Hello and welcome back to Era History Untold. We're continuing our Thunderdome challenge as Zulu today, which I believe should be our continued game. We've actually gotten a pretty good start, I say, but we still have to get through the act transition, which we're currently not up there in prestige yet. But we do own 3 capital cities: Caracas, Constantinopolis, and Ulundu. And we've got our eyes set on Addis Ababa. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. Let's just peel back the fog here on our load. Since last playing, I have made a few discoveries, one of which is the borders icon, which will now tell us where the borders of our nations are. And I believe somewhere in here I thought in here there was also an option to turn on. Oh no, it did it. When I did this, it also turned on individual province borders. They're just a little hard to see. So now we actually have the information that we need so that when we look at the map, we don't just go absolutely bonkers. So when we last left our intrepid little adventurers, we had 3 armies, and we had just recently picked up quad swordsmen that we are waiting on the advent of siege warfare before we set them off from Ulundi to go to Addis Ababa. In the meantime, we are trying to also figure out, can we put together a wonder? I believe we're making actually the Great Lighthouse in 15 turns. As soon as that butcher shop is done. So we ended on an intern. Let's start on an intern. We do have to keep an eye out to make sure that nobody else decides to be sneaky and try to build that great lighthouse from underneath us. And we need to make more cured meat with more of our pigs. We're producing a lot of metal tools, so we can start using those as well. We've got 15 turns on the Great Lighthouse. I'm just realizing this place is also locked on growth right now and is going to need a dwelling in the capital. But I cannot stop this. This Great Lighthouse is key to our prestige, which right now we're not too far off. That'll get us up 150, so 3, 4. Pump us up a few ranks. And I'm hoping that taking Addis Ababa will also give us quite a few. Jareth, take it easy, my dude. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your rest. Construction on the Great Lighthouse has begun. Complete the triumph first to earn prestige. One of our other options would be trying to get some monuments out. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. These guys are idle. They should just be probably fortifying in this capital. We have 2 wedges here, in fact. So one of these guys we should have fall back to a different city. Just to spread it out a little bit. Oh no, I am a fool. I am a fool. We had moved the second army down here because we were going to move all of them on Abra Minch when we attacked. We were going to have Ulundi's army and the spearmen swordsmen move on to Abbey Sabata, and then everybody else was going to attack Arba Minch. Somebody was telling me in one of the YouTube comments that early ranged units, that archers get penalties in melee combat. But I'm truly not seeing anything in here that really depicts that to be true. Yeah, I can see that swordsmen get bonus to anti-cavalry. Anti-cavalry get bonuses to cavalry. Archers get bonuses against nothing, really. But they are vulnerable to cavalry. And I reckon can just shoot from afar.
Message reaches you from a foreign leader who is constructing a brilliant gate to protect one of their great cities. Due to the complexity of design, they need a large supply of materials.
We hate Venezuela.
Stoic, they turn to you believing that...
Yes, they have been our oldest enemy here, who we stole Caracas from. We could just burn their capital to the ground. What do you think their military strength is looking like? I didn't realize our peace had worn out. 71. So here's the thing. If we went to a war against them, we could potentially get 70 prestige from it. Or 65, I guess. You get all their territory. Or will Abasabada? I mean, if we burn down Nottingham, probably London will end up absorbing most of that. We could potentially get some of it. These cows, for example, this tea. Possibly that limestone. And I believe it looks like they have another city up. No, that's Spain. So this is probably their only city remaining. Okay, quick security check. 15, 30, 20, 40. I got one more turn until siege warfare anyway. Giving us access to new goods. We have 2 more things that we need to build. 2 more techs that we need to unlock. We were going to get textiles. I was certain of that. This city is no longer doing anything. 1 prestige for building an altar. It was kind of creating... The plan was to create a bit of an economic zone down here. I suppose I could build a lighthouse. It would give me +1 merchant and 5 city knowledge. This would improve some things. The biggest issue is that we don't really have anything to trade with right now, so... And it would take me 10 turns to put together a barracks. Which would help with security. These guys are doing fine on food. Okay. We also have these provinces way, way up here. Actually can't build a lighthouse there, though. I need ropes to build catapults. You've got to be joking me. Can I even build ropes right now? I think we can. But I do got to find a workshop. No, we actually still don't know how to make rope. Ooh, that's rough. So that means I can't make catapults, which means if they get a wall built, I literally can't stop it. I could start putting out some bowmen to help the swordsmen. But honestly, I kind of feel like if this is the case, a barracks might just be the right play. At least then we'd have a good place to recruit people in. Venezuela are jerks. If you burn them, you get their territory. Ah, so they have a wall. I literally cannot kill Venezuela because I have no way to stop that wall. Just needless to say, a little frustrating. This city is hurting a little bit on food. And I think it's still trying to figure out what its food locations are. I could certainly make an argument for a water well up here. Would give me a little bonus to life, health as well. Recently we made a blacksmith so that we can put all that iron and copper to good use. Start pumping out 1.6 iron ingots a turn. Wall mechanics are kind of awkward right now. Just call Pink Floyd. Crack that bad boy right open. Sorry, I can have up to 2 more squads. Ethiopia has a strength of 80. Three melee and 1 projectile, the shield wall. The phalanx is just a huge bonus to strength. Let's get him started. We'll get him cooking. We have a trading post here. It can use the furs we're currently creating, the wool we're currently creating. I could put in metal tools. We're making 2.3 a turn, so that'll put us down to 1.3. This would also probably give us something to trade and actually get trade agreements with other people.
You receive a message from the tribe sharing grave concerns about raiders. Apparently, your envoy witnessed.
I'll give them that just for the prestige. Mustering begins. Build the Library of Celsus. Requires scholarship and 10 books. not many people are fond of us at the moment. I might as well try to get that alliance. Ba-da-ba-ba. Crow Nation really hates us. Or, sorry, Cherokee really hates us. Right, and I closed my borders to most people, so we can't even get trade agreements. Played again. Hope you had a great weekend and a fun Steam queue earlier. We did. It was a very busy morning. Lots of chit-chatting. But a nice weekend, too. Can't complain. Yeah, could complain. Prefer not to. We finally got an alliance with the Aztecs, who are unfortunately on the other side of the world and only have 2 cities. So what that does for us is still to be decided. You guys have generated a new claim. Might as well grab that one. Box in a bit more of our territory. You guys have also generated a new claim. I have access to tea or fish. I'm going to take that tea. Just because we can use that tea to make more medicine. We are running into a food crisis here, so I'm going to start building irrigated farms next to this pig. And I'm going to put a guy in this metal bar to give us extra city build. Oh, you got more. Ooh. We'll put one in copper then as well. I like city build production. It's always a nice little touch. They want help against Italy. Guys, that's a bit far, don't you think? I'm not sure I can be of much help. We're going to do a little quick save just in case. And then we are going to try and take Addis Ababa. May God have mercy on our souls. That's our war. Don't really want to catch those spearmen out with these guys, but I'm going to move in a little bit right now. See how it goes. I'm almost at that mandrake route. Is that my top priority? Don't really know that it actually is, but it's where I'm going to keep moving. We'll pump up that iron mine a little bit. What's better than 3 capitals? 4 capitals. It's the big pig strategy. Research complete. Now, these guys are going to just survive the tiniest amount, but if I shoot them, that should kill them. Hospitality gets us access to the inn. And gourmet meals. Gourmet meals. This is what we said we were going to do, because gourmet meals is something we can use our meat in. Jolly good, England. Jolly good indeed. If they're sending me gifts, we might be able to get more trade with them. Scout is swimming to a lake. I don't know what my scouts are doing. They're they are on their own. And I think we are just kind of letting them be on their own at this point. You know what? Let's move this one step at a time. I don't want to get these guys too caught out. So that was a success. This city is actually undefended. This city is not. It'd be really cool if I could see the hit points of these guys so I could see whether or not those archers are better worth actually sending into combat or whether or not I'm better off holding them in the back. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to rush the Great Lighthouse because I can't afford to lose that. England has become neutral with me. I have a research agreement with them. I feel like I should keep these borders open. Sort of seems polite at this point. We are slaughtering their forces up here.
You have raised the Lighthouse at Alexandria.
Let's go! Lighthouse, baby! Our first triumph. Hopefully our first of many. England does not want to open borders. Never mind. Fine. Ethiopia has a trireme out here. How many cities am I allowed to have right now? Ooh, we better fix that. We're in a monarchy still. If I switch to a republic, which is what I have to do, could I just take both of these cities at the moment? I'm getting the vibe that that's a very real possibility that we could do. We talked about taking Karakoram because this was the Mongol capital. But I'm kind of wondering what actually gets us the best value for right now, because that's a whole other war. And I sort of think I should maybe just steal this. Just all capitals playthrough? Something tells me this campaign has enough challenges on it at the moment with just the Thunderdome. High medieval. And the mint is only buildable if we take coinage. It's also worth 10 prestige. I don't think I'm going to regret doing that. He says, crossing his fingers. Region occupied. How rude. Or as Jar Jar would say, how wooed. What were we planning to build here? 5 blacksmiths? You know what I should build is a docks. That I still don't actually have the tech for. And I can't build anything because those guys are occupying all my provinces. How frustrating. These guys got to find themselves good farmland, and I am a little bit worried because I don't think that that exists. So in Churshin, we have a set of 4. I could go quad ceramics. I could go triple tannery. Okay, can we also just pay attention to the shots from this boat? Oh, they're working now. When I was in the city screen just then a second ago, they were traveling all the way down to the bottom right corner of the map. I don't know what they were meant to be shooting. A total mystery. I'm gonna grab an irrigated farm on that T because I can make a lot with it.
Into the settlement, a blacksmith from the tribe in Spain.
The city of Maturin down here, that's just south of us. That's not a bad one to pull. I could get a free swordsman out of it though. 2 lithic tools. I might be able to absorb them. They're close enough that I would argue it's worth it. So I might as well move in the rest of my forces there. Venezuela has begun a war of retaliation. It says they're going for Ulundi. But I can't imagine they're going to not go for Caracas. Perhaps it is time we build city walls in our capital. We just grabbed an extra bowman. Closing our borders with Venezuela. I'm kind of wondering whether or not I should bring my swordsman back at the moment because I don't really know what Venezuela has in store for me. And I should only need 1 set of troops. Our new city of Abraminch. What do we have? A workshop, an apothecary, and a gathering hall. 4 farms in a single province with a tannery. Okay. I mean, that would be better if it was, say, a water mill, but I'll allow it. A stone pit, a dwelling, 2 empties, an altar, an apothecary, logging camp. No. Ceramic shop, logging camp, workshop, butcher shop, docks and a trading post. 2 weavers with a palace giving us +1 city cap. I'm glad we took this city. And another apothecary. Probably going to burn that apothecary to the ground. If we're being real. Get some growth, some herbal meds, some metal pots. Maybe a code of laws. Wow, this city is not doing too bad. M. Shah on dwellings. I would like to get rid of this farm. And replace it with a dwelling next turn. I might as well make leather out of pigs, because apparently I could do that. It don't ever hurt to be making more of them pots. How about I make like 5 looms? That might actually be more than I could possibly need, but I'm gonna try it for now. I'm finally in a hog deficit. I never thought the day would come. But here I am, hogless. Hogless upon the shores. Six wool being consumed. That seems like a lot. You could put some timber in there. And unfortunately, I think that's going to be it for you. I'm just going to let you slow make. Okay, where is all my wool going right now? Yolundi is using 5 a turn? That cannot be correct. Wow, it is correct. Well, use 5 timber a turn. We have more timber than we could possibly ever need. That seems like a good deal to me. I'm going to also increase my city security here by a big chunk. Then I feel like prosperity and health would be really nice in this city. All right, sorry, I ain't done with you. Wealth and llamas. Use 1 wool. You know what? They already got looms in these weavers as well. So I ain't even going to need that many. I ain't even going to need that many looms because I think you can only build 3 weavers now. Yeah. Dwelling. You know what? I'm going to just destroy this apothecary as well. That way I can put all the weavers in this one location. This guy can build a single loom. And then... start making plows. As for the city itself... walls? Or a lighthouse, maybe? You're an altar and an apothecary. You're a stone pit and a dwelling. I'll slap a lighthouse down there. We do already have docks in this city as well, which is nice. Yeah. Because a bunch of this stuff needs to change. I don't think we need all this stuff on food. Honestly, probably the weaveries. And then, yeah, you're still at plus 16 food. You definitely don't need that much food. City security, craft improvement. Let's get the stone pit for the sculpting materials. Oh god, you still have more. And I guess the leather worker. This workshop's not doing anything. I'm kind of shocked to say this, but I think I'm going to keep pumping out metal tools. One every 4 turns. Such a weirdly organized place. And we'll have them make strategy codexes. Every so many turns. Okay. $10, $10, $30. I don't really want any of you running. We are bleeding cash, but hopefully not for long. A lot of agreements ending soon. Aztec and Italy have made peace with each other. So we got the Great Lighthouse here. We have a tea farm. I have another iron deposit here. We just built more dwellings. That's looking nice. That's looking tasty.
The artisans of a nearby tribe have created impressive woven fabrics and patterns for the children.
Ypres is nowhere near me, and I can get 10 security in my capital for 30 turns. You best believe I'm going to take that. Puts our capital up to 50. That's looking very nice. Those guys are heading to Caracas. These guys are going to fortify, heal. It's a bit expensive to rush. And another capital is under our control. Hooray! We've taken 2 cities from Ethiopia, destroyed 2 of its armies, picked up a delicious looking capital. We'll give them some cured meats. We'll give them some grain storage. Some metal pots. Ooh, I think they're going to need a lot. A feast? For happiness, maybe? The code of laws and herbal meds. Ooh, wow, these guys are hurting. What's going on? This city is an absolute zoo, I bet. Farm, and a weaver. Farm, and a blacksmith. Apothecary, trading post, iron deposit. Okay. Ceramic farm. Is that a hog farm? It is a hog farm. Dwelling, fermenting pit, workshop. That's not too bad. Triple workshops and a stone pit. That's actually really nice. And a dwelling. All right, we're going to have to figure out. That weaver's got to go and probably become a well. And that blacksmith for sure has to go and become something similar. We are officially in the memorable tier at 1,912. Sitting 62 above Isabella. It's not a lot of room. It is still tight breathing room here. Just gonna boost that logging camper right now. We are actually hurting on food here, which is interesting. Currently, we're making a stone pit. Right, I guess it's just added to the list of cities that are poorly designed. We're gonna have to build an irrigated farm there afterwards. Huge. Huge turn for us. Let's move up to seafaring. This will finally allow us to build ropes. This guy is just gonna fortify in this town. London has taken Karakoram. That counts as a road if it goes all the way up there and over. Dude, I do not understand how road building works in this game. Is most of my prestige from conquering? It's got to be. It's probably also a lot of production capability, I think is what they call it. All right, I'm actually running low on feasts. If that can be believed. I don't need to make that many though. Some additional metal pots would be really nice. I have so many workshops right now. I ain't kidding. This is a lot of workshops. We're going to start producing a crazy amount of metal tools. You're going to make that. You're not meant to live for very long, though. Where are my other weavers? I want you using that fabric. And that leather. Nice. Okay, so I can make tunics for basically no cost. If I start scaling up that fur production, that'll work a little bit more. I don't have enough iron, but I do have copper. It's still 1 every 2. I'm not really interested in putting anything into these apothecaries. That's producing enough fabric. Timber. I'm making all those metal tools now, so I could get 2 people making full trade goods. That's crazy. In fact, look, here's some more metal tools. This workshop is on an iron deposit. Okay, this workshop has to be demolished. I have a ton of sculpting materials. So why don't we make more decorative vases? I can make a handful of wine and apply that in locations. Also gives good happiness. Syrup is used to craft stuff. We have so many workshops. The city has an absolutely nonsensical amount of workshops. I actually don't know what to do with all of them. I guess that'll give us really good baskets. This is going to be really, really valuable later in the game when I have a desperate need for pretty much all of this. You can make a wheel every 3 turns. Or probably even cheaper once I get that cooking. Okay. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Absolutely ludicrous. That has to be demolished. And actually, this weaver needs to be demolished as well. That hunting camp is on fur. I'm fine with that. So what am I actually building here? We have workshop, workshop, workshop. What does this place not have? It doesn't have an altar. Doesn't have docks. It doesn't look like either. This place is 4 wood, so I tell you what, why don't we just build a couple of logging camps down here? All these workshops will get huge benefits from them as well. Caracas in the meantime. Some metal pots will push your health up far enough. We should probably build city walls here because I am afraid of retaliation at the moment. And these guys are going to fortify. These guys are likewise going to fortify. It's confusing that we haven't seen any kind of attack from Venezuela. It's got me a little bit nervous. Three melee and an archer provides 10% strength while fortifying. So shield walls are what I'm going to want moving forward. He says gobbling up all of his supplies.
A harried messenger enters your court with a plea from a foreign leader. They have been at war for some time, and although the fierce battle...
Do I want to be friends with the Mongols, actually? That's a good question. They only have one city left, and I completely surround them. I suspect they're getting nervous. All right, into the antiquities, we get access to a lot more things. The Temple of Bel would be really nice, but we need a ton of materials, and I've been burning through all materials, and I'm currently making 0, so I don't think it's going to be that. The Library of Celsus. We do have a requirement to build. A goal to build, I should say. Mongols might be the next meal. I mean, they might be. Milling is always good. Huge buffs. 10 bonus craft production at each industry in this improvements region. I should leave one of those in that workshop area where I was just building all those logging camps. Engineering will get us access to glass, as well as sawmills and mines, gears, the amphitheater. I'm seeing now that every triumph requires an insane amount of materials that I don't have access to. The arena and the citadel. The Acropolis is here, which is always also good. Paper, given the amount of wood we have, it does feel like paper is a good idea. That would give us access to the sawmills. All of the pigs would give us access to tallow, though we are currently using our pigs for meat. And I don't even think we have a religion yet. We get 4 technologies before we move to bureaucracy and empire, if we want to go that route. So I'm thinking probably scholarship, engineering, milling, and paper? Actually, I'll look up paper. Paper is made with timber, dye, and trade goods. That's right. Trade good or coins. Now, we have no access to dyes, but that's also payable. I feel like I'm gonna need engineering. There's no question. I need a ton of materials before I can possibly build anything, so... And our quest is for this library? Alright, we're gonna go with paper first. Because the only way we can build out library is if we do that. Ooh, there is a double silk province here. Oh, that's delicious. That's a safe province, so I don't have to get it necessarily with this city. I'm going to actually grab this fish. Because fish is nice, and I like fish. Trade goods to make paper is pretty expensive, as trade goods themselves aren't easy to mass produce. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. That would give us additional materials down here, as well as tea. We're doing fine on wool. That's interesting. It swaps the materials for an extra food. I actually don't want that. Could take the extra $5 here. Yeah, let's take that. So I believe Caracas has my apothecaries, or are my apothecaries all spread out at the moment? They're all kind of spread out. I tell you what, build that fishing net first. Oh, yeah, they're terribly spread out, in fact. I can have 6 in total. All right, you got tea leaves. You'll get mandrakes soon. I could save myself 10 gold a turn and pick up ceramic pots here. And I guess that's probably the most reasonable thing for me to be doing with them. You guys are also rocking tea leaves. You know, maybe this is where I should put all my apothecaries. If I can have 6 of them, I could put 3 of them here in Los Ticos with this altar. And then at least they'd be stacked together. Just gotta take that ceramic pot off here. Oh, for 6, that's fine. Yeah, we're making plenty. So this happened on Thursday night. My wife and my son were arguing with each other right next to me over stuff that doesn't matter because he'd already done it and they were fighting about it in the way she told them to do it. So he started singing loudly, replacing all the lyrics with just meow. Oh, I do that all the time. They got louder, so you got louder. They stopped, so I stopped. Looked right at my wife and said, "I'm sorry, were you two trying to argue?" She started laughing. Hey, if it diffuses the situation, it ain't a bad choice. Sometimes meowing is all you need to do. Chief advisor, military advisor. I don't have a domestic advisor or a cultural advisor. Ugh. I don't like any of these. Build production in all cities. What is my chief advisor doing? Build production in all cities. Okay, never mind. 10 XP to newly trained forces. It doesn't feel like my capital is where I'm going to be building triumphs. Maybe that's just me. Right now, I'm not building any triumphs, so that's no use to me. I guess I could pick this guy up as a cultural advisor and start building religious buildings.
Bodhidharma, Buddhist monk and founder of Chan Buddhism.
Well, we'll put him on Paragon Spawn Chance. That's probably more valuable to me. Looked right over as the ad started, so I didn't get to see his reaction. I was just saying, I think it's a great way to diffuse an argument. The classic meow play. As long as you don't get yourself in trouble. Another Paragon. Wow. That did not take long. Five, happiness and prosperity in all cities with a culture improvement. Did we just take a domestic advisor? Sorry. I really wish they'd show us the slots. Chief military. I don't have a cultural advisor. Sold. At this point, we're at 6 cities, so I don't really see any need to expand militarily. We're doing okay here on the counts. I'm hoping that I can kind of turn myself inwards. Oh, we do get build production in our capital. I mean, perhaps there is some aggressiveness we could still do. We are hurting on FUD. So I'm going to start getting some irrigated farms out. I'm also really hurting on materials. You guys have generated a new claim. I see there's silk here, and there's also silk up here. Bum bum bum. I know it's a small province, but I still would like it. I've demolished a lot of stuff in this location. I see. We're really having a materials issue. Amazing. We can increase our fabric production with silk. So the other weaver can go right here. I'm actually going to prioritize that. Oh, you guys need a dwelling. I'm sorry. We'll prioritize that first. All you need is meow. Meow, 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 meow. Stuff can get real weird at my place. I'm not exactly your standard dad or husband. Listen, what is a standard dad or husband nowadays? I will trade you 20 Vespian gas for 2 lemons. Can I make lemonade out of it? Psychologically undeveloped because of how damaged you were as a child. In some ways, you're psychologically overdeveloped for the same reasons. Childlike response for some things, just like the meowing in an argument, tend to be funny as most of the time. I mean, I don't know. I as a giant child in a man's body, I get the impression that everyone is sort of a child. Most adults still seem like children to me, and they still act like children to me. England rocking a war of retaliation here. How do we feel about these open borders, England? You got this great territory. I got this great territory. The Cherokee hate my guts. It's got me a little bit nervous. How does Spain feel about me? Spain is on our borders up here too. L'Espagnol. We could be friends, maybe. All right. Suppose I should have expected that. There's whales up here, which I can get either food, oil, or salt from. At the same time, I kind of just want to conquer this province to cut off any further expansion at the moment. But that's really right on their territory, and they're going to need to expand that way. So I will just grab these whales. And we have a couple of specialists to dole out. Mining pits are always a good place, in my opinion. This workshop is on a silk producer, so I might need to move you. Meow, 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 meow. You know what? We'll put it on the fermenting pit. Get that +5 city happiness. Plus also better, faster wine. You know what we haven't looked at? Any of the improvements. I keep forgetting about these. Insufficient thespian gas. Build more amphitheaters. Does kind of feel like it would work that way. I have 5 soap, and soap adds 3 city health. So probably going to want to be a little bit careful where I put that. You guys are fine. Put a little happiness in here. That doesn't really matter. I'll take 10 city happiness. What's really nice, I'm going to be able to put wine in almost every city. Because because I have access to so many great herds. Piggy, 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 piggies. What I still don't have access to, though, is rope. Which certainly doesn't seem like it could possibly be correct. That only goes up at 60. Meow, 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 meow. Hey, Marinara, how we doing, dude? How you been? Welcome back for your 26th month. Thank you kindly for the support. We better get plowing these pigs. You know, I said it. The moment I started, it didn't sound right. But we are going to plow some pigs. Decorative base. Oh, you're so close to 60. We must be able to put something in here to get a little bit of happiness. I mean, I could put a base in for that extra 10%, but I'd actually be better putting it in a basket if that's the case. It'll still add +1. So why not? Unexpected Black Mirror episode 1 reference? Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot all about that. Old Nigel can't keep his hands off the pigs. You guys are all fine. We're about to get a huge jump now that I have all these metal tools. Next up, the plows. Such a chaotic way to have to apply all these things. All right. Wow. All right. England still doesn't want open borders. Spain doesn't want open borders. You closed your borders. I guess that makes sense. We should probably figure out how strong you are. I'm really scared about this answer. I have 213. She has 183. What about you, Mongolia? Oh. That's interesting. The Cherokee are attacking me from that direction. Or at least they're pillaging from that direction. Okay, we said we were going to want engineering. You're definitely going to want a fishing net here to get access to those whales. We're back in the positive here as well. I'm going to start making rope. Something I desperately need. 1 every 2 turns. Wow, that's not very much. 1.8 on baskets. I'm gonna have you make 5 more plows. Give damn pigs a proper education. Have them work in the libraries. Listen, that wouldn't be too bad a life for those piggies. Bowman and a swordsman. That's right. We're building more armies. You know what? Let's rush them. Okay. Talking about the people who like us. Who are the Assyrians? These guys. That's not too bad. What is this crazy symbol? Oh, it's clouds. It's clouds over a mountain. I'm losing my mind. Egypt is here. Kush is the horns. Where are Kush? I think down here. I like to get whatever research agreements we can.
With your scouts, and they send immediate word inquiring if you have any iron you would part with.
I'll take that. We don't necessarily need to make friends with them, but a little extra force bonus. That could be kind of nice. So these guys are 2 catapults and a bowman. But I can't really take them down until both of my teams show up. I'm wondering if I shouldn't attack one of these cities. Oh, it's got walls. Who is this purple nation? Byzantines? No, we killed the Byzantines. Cherokee are sending 2 bowmen across. All right, well, I'm going to fortify to 80. If I can, I'm going to try to start picking at some of their armies. There's the last swordsman we need. A watchtower would give us another 15 security here. There's always a good argument to put a watchtower in your capital. Because it means if you ever have to defend your capital, it has crazy, crazy high bonuses. And eventually gets city siege defense if you make a citadel out of it. Which I'm realizing we've completely missed the opportunity to do, so. I'm mostly thinking about it for the 15 city security, though. You know what? Why not? For right now. Declined. Accepted. I'm gonna grab both those squads and move them down there to stop that pillaging. Whatever that pillaging may be. Okay, those bowmen came straight in on the attack. Part of me is wondering, should I keep an army back and just shoot? I'd actually do as much damage and I wouldn't have to fight. Okay, they've also got a battalion moving in over here, though, that I do not know the size of. I'm assuming we're probably looking at 3 spearmen. Well, I got the option to form this new army as well. We could just deploy them here. We've got the code of laws. Oh, I could put a strategy codex in, actually. My food! I think we're going to have to get rid of the herbal meds. Probably throw in a little cured meat. I also didn't realize that I actually need a dwelling here in the capital. So we're going to do that first. And I'm going to form a shield wall of sword, sword, bow, sword. 10% fortify. Deployed in Ulundi, where they're also going to get a nice security buff. Think I'm going to do the new Stellaris DLC? Yeah, we're going to check it out on Wednesday morning. I don't know that I'm going to have time to do a full campaign, just because the Age of Wonders stuff is coming out next week. Yeah, next week. And that's going to eat up a lot of my time. But I'm still excited to check it out. What's going on with our growth here? Shortfall on food. That doesn't appear to actually be the case. You appear to be positive on food. Let's so be it. I'm gonna build a granary with these pigs so that they get boosted. You guys are going there. You guys are going there. Archers. What I don't want is these scouts pillaging a bunch of my tiles. Scouts can't pillage. I already know that. We've tried it ourselves. So I don't know. Let's move that way for right now. Just stream for twice as long. For twice the amount. mean, ain't that always the problem? Ain't that always the question? How am I gonna fit all these streams in? Yeah, all right, so that's interesting. If you shoot with archers, I'm doing a little less damage, but I'm not taking any damage in return. And it's not like he can attack my city. We have walls. Move those guys in to back them up. Ooh, and honestly, I should probably build city walls up here, but I don't have the materials anywhere. Age of Wonders hype, the hero rework looking promising. Oh, I'm very excited for it. Very, very excited for it. We'll put a granary in here too. Hey, we can finally get the mandrakes. That's so exciting. I have so few buildings in my capital. I guess we'll boost the trading post. We're ranked 20th here and fairly comfortable. Venezuela and the Mongol empires are both gonna Mongol emperors are gonna die, as well as Cesar Beccaria and mostly a bunch of people we don't know. Spain might get lost, as might the Incans. We are still struggling to hold on. We need to start building more wonders. We're up against Cherokee, which is the greatest nation pretty much in the world. In the known world, certainly. And England is not too far off of us, so we could still make good friends with England. This is good, though. If we could get scouts up to harvest these locations when they get destroyed. And then we're going to get to just grow into them. Yeah, if we can pivot. If we can pivot into getting tall, it's going to be... We're going to have a very strong Zulu nation here. Cherokee just has an army of settlers in one of my cities. So much orange. I know, it's a bit blinding, isn't it? The taking less damage thing seems key. Yeah, now that I'm realizing how long it takes for units to replenish, I'm certainly seeing the value of taking less damage. All right, the mill is really good. I have to unlock that library. That's the triumph I'm going for. But I have no materials. And I have no trade routes, despite having the Great Lighthouse, which gives me +3 merchants. This is absolutely killing me. Can we not wash away our sins, England? I don't even think these people have open borders. Songhai does, but we've got no route to them. Mongols don't. Thailand does, but we have no route to them. Sorry, can I just build a flippin' dock? For the love of God, somewhere I must be able to build a dock. Oh my god, there's a settler occupying this tile, so I can't build on it. Docks cost 25 materials. If I build a dock, I can start trading. I can start trading with any of the provinces along this coast. Hey, we discovered the whole world! Spain, Russia. These dudes. Trade seems to be left behind in the dust when everybody hates you. Yeah, the big problem is we haven't had anything worth trading. So nobody has had any interest in trading with us. I can't believe it, but I'm also going to build a granary here. You need to be making salt. You make salt every 4 turns? That's it? Oh, I didn't realize I could use the fish here for curing my meats. If that's the case, you should build a fishing net. Get us those bonus fish. All right, these guys have managed to heal and win that fight. At this point, I think I'm going to attack them so they stop burning down my province. You could just shoot those scouts for now. And we're looking pretty good. It feels pretty nice. If only you could do something to get trade goods. Doesn't that last city to the southeast look tasty? Baroness? This guy? The Mongols? They're going to get wiped out. They're not going to make it past the cut. Or do you mean Tamelty? Tamelty also looks really tasty. It's a size 12 city. Access to limestone and barley. It's got the Colossus of Rhodes. I would not complain about taking that. Baroness. Yeah. They can have a port, but so can Aberminch. The problem is the port is only connected here. This is like an inland lake. This is the ocean. So if I build a port out here, then I have trade routes to anyone on the ocean, which is all these northern provinces. Egypt, Songhai, Assyria, Russia, Spain. I can't believe they stuck us so far north. We've no deserts. One of the big things I'm concerned about right now is materials. So there's a couple tiles over here. Ah, there's a really good tile up here and up here, actually. So the far north, there's also a really good tile here that I could take for you, Lundy. Okay. And this does have a double tile. I could build more stone pits down here just to get more materials, which I might have to do. But it looks like we're going to make the cutoff. So far, it's looking promising. So we might be able to survive the Thunderdome. But we're going to have to see in the next session. Because that's all the time we got for Thunder Zulu. New save, Thunder Zulu. We'll be back later this week with more of the campaign. I hope you'll come and join back in. In the meantime, thanks for joining us now.